Okay, this video is going to be on how to make your own custom noise modifier. Let me fix this guy. 180. Okay, so you do it pretty much the same as you when you're making a normal mesh modifier. Um, but instead of inheriting from mesh modifier base, you inherit from noise modifier base, which is pretty much the same as mesh modifier base, except it comes with two important methods, just for kind of making your noise more, you have more options with it. And as you can see, noise modifier base actually inherits from mesh modifier base. So let's create. I already have a Perlin noise modifier that uses noise from some library, but instead, just for making an example, we're just going to make it with the Unity Perlin noise. It's going to look really bad, or call it Unity Perlin modifier. Okay, so get rid of these dudes. Okay, so either put it in the mesh modifier's namespace or just use the namespace, and then inherit from noise modifier base. And so now it's gonna say, hey, there's an abstract method you need to implement. So implement it. At this point, it looks exactly like a normal mesh modifier. Like here, if I return whatever, it looks. I'm not gonna show you what another one looks like. It looks the same. But the difference is the noise modifier base comes with some handy noise manipulating stuff. So you can say use the world position as an offset to the noise. You can say I want the noise to be applied, along the normal of the vertex, along the tangent, spherically or locally. Then you can give it your own offset. You can give it an animation speed. You can scale the noise sample, kind of increase or decrease the frequency, and then you can change the magnitude of the noise. So it basically just works, but you have to do two things. You need to use the get sample coordinate method and the format value method. Get sample coordinate does the offset and the speed and the sample scale, the frequency changing. So it basically changes where you'll sample the noise from. So you send it where the vertex is, and then it gives you a vector that has been scaled and animated and offset. And so that's what you'll plug into your noise. So let's do that. So we'll say, we'll just call it P just for fast typing, equals get sample coordinate, vertex data dot position. Okay, so now, now we can input P into noise. So let's create the noise. It's going to look really bad. So just because it's 2D, math of Perlin noise is 2D, we're just going to create each axis of the vector, each element. So we're going to do p.x, and then we'll just do 0f. And then we'll do this for the rest of the elements. Okay, y and z. Okay, so now we can actually create, this is our noise vector, but its magnitude hasn't been changed, and it hasn't been, modified to be along any of these vectors or, spaces or directions. So to do that, we can just say, we'll just call this noise, or we'll just call this offset. This is what we're going to be returning. So equals format value, and then we'll just create the vector, and x and y and z, and then you just send it the vertex data. And then actually, we don't even have to store this in a variable. We can just return this. It's done. So let's see. We can go here. Just grab a mesh and drag it on and hit play. This noise might take a little tweaking because it's bad. Let's change the sample scale. Cool. So now we're starting to get stuff. I guess we can change the offset. That's cool. We can say use world position, which it's kind of hard to tell because this noise is awful. But if you use any of the other noises, use world position works great. And you can say, hey, scale it on the normal. Turn down the magnitude probably. You can say scale it on the tangent. Maybe turn it up. Add some speed. I think spherical is probably the best in this case. Turn up the magnitude. So yeah, that's pretty much it. As you can see, so basically anything that inherits from it is going to have all of these properties, which is just nice for having, all your noise be the same, or, have the same controls. So I could add a perlin, and increase the sample scale, increase magnitude. So this is a different perlin. Obviously, this isn't the one we just made. This is a better one, frankly. So yeah, that's how you make your own custom noise.